Hi there, this is Lady Shell. I'm here to do another character creation tutorial, and this week, or this episode, I'm going to be making a fighter. Now, I was planning on doing a druid next, but I have a question on something that I need to add to my character, and I don't want to show you the wrong thing. So until I can get that question answered, I'm going to skip the druid and move on alphabetically to the next class, which is fighter. And I'm going to name my fighter Latrice. And let's give her a picture. Let's see, what kind of. You know what? I think I'm gonna make a half orc. I don't think I've ever made a half orc, and they make really good fighters. So let's find. Oh, yeah. How about that picture? Latrice, you are rocking it there. Okay, now getting back to the point of this video, which is making the character, we want to start with our abilities first. We're going to use the standard array method of putting our numbers in. Standard array is 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8. You can put them in any order that you want. However, I know that a fighter uses strength as their main attribute, so I'm going to put my 15 there. Con, I want the con to be high because I want lots of hit points every level that I go up. And then Dex was another thing that was important. So I'm going to put the 13 there. I'm going to put my 12 in wisdom. I'm going to put my 10 in intelligence, and charisma will be 8. So she's not very charismatic, but she is a half orc. So that kind of fits, right? Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do is our background. So I'm going to open up the background tab, and I have decided I want to make her a gladiator because I actually have a character that I'm using playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist that is she's a human variant gladiator, but she's a lot of fun to play because as you can see, she gets a disguise kit and she can play a musical instrument, which is kind of fun. She is also proficient in acrobatics and performance, and she has popular demand also. These are kind of entertainer type of skills that she has, which, you know what? I think I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to put the intelligence 8 and I'm going to give myself 10 charisma because uh, performance relies on charisma. And if I don't have a good charisma skill, you know what? I'm even going to go even better. I'm going to exchange my wisdom with my charisma. I'm going to give my wisdom 10 and I'm going to give my charisma 12, which not fantastic, but it's my fourth best skill, or not skill, number, ability. Okay, the next thing we want to do is race. I've already said that I would like to make her a half orc. So I'm going to scroll down here to half orc, and I want to make sure that all my things are picked from the player's handbook. I don't want to get multiple books in here. So I'm going to drag over the half orc, drag it by the shield into the race section, and we are set. And we see that she's got her speed and she's got, ooh, she's menacing and intimidating. She has dark vision. She has +2 strength. Wow, nice. And she has +1 to con. So this is a very good race to pick for a fighter. Relentless, and she speaks common and orc. She has savage attacks and size, trait size. Isn't she medium? I think she's medium. Yeah, she is. I'm not sure what size. I guess it just means that you're medium. Okay. Going down the list, we did abilities, then background, then race, and then finally we're going to do class. I already said we're making a fighter, so we are going to I need to change this to Player's Handbook too, so we have everything from the same book. We're going to pick fighter and drag it to class. I'm going to close this back down, and it's asking me to pick 2 skills from the list below. Now, it's important when you have skill selections to make that you don't pick skills that you've already been proficient in. So I do not want to pick acrobatics, intimidation, or performance. So I'm going to pick no, I made wisdom really low. I'm going to pick athletics. Athletics, and how about animal handling? Yeah, she'll be good with animals. Okay, so we're going to check this box. Now we have our character made. She's at level 1, and I'm going to level her to level 3. To do that, we click on the hourglass, drag this over here, and you never want to just change the total level here because it won't work correctly. What you want to do is take the shield, drag it off the sheet and back on, drag, and then to go from 2 to 3, off and on. And now it's asking me to pick a specialization. And I'm going to pick, I don't know a ton about fighters because I usually play a cleric. So I'm going to check this out. Battle Master has combat superiority. Purple Dragon Knight. What do they have? Well, they're from Cormer. Well, she's a half-orc, so I don't think she's from Cormer. Cormer, I believe, is a human territory. So we're not going to pick that. What? No, I looked up Battlemaster, or did I look up Champion? No, I looked up Battlemaster. Okay, those who model themselves are rigorous training, devastating blows. You know what? I think she's going to be a champion. She's a gladiator. Why not be a champion, right? So we're going to pick that. And now I've got my character leveled up to 3. I've got my background, my race, got my name. The next thing we're going to do is we're checking our skills. These are the ones we're proficient in. These 5? Yeah, 5. And then abilities will be the next thing. Now what I want to do is I want to take the abilities, the features and the traits, and I want to drag the little tabs that I open up here because I'm going to want to use these on the Actions tab. By popular demand. Okay, that's just a role-playing thing. Champion. This just talks about my archetype. I get improved critical. That's nice. I'm going to drag that over there. What else do I get? Remarkable athlete. Nope, that's 7th level. So that means everything underneath here is for when you're higher level. So the only thing that I'm getting is the improved critical. So let's turn that off. And second win is another skill that you get. That's going to go on the Actions tab. Menacing. Now, see, these 3 things are my racial traits. I am menacing because, oh, I already got intimidation. Okay, there's nothing to do there. I already know that I got that on my skills tab. Relentless Endurance. When you're reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point. Instead, you can't use this feature again until you get a long rest. I'm not sure if that's something coded or not, so I'm going to put it over here just in case. Savage Attacks. when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage. That is pretty dang cool. I like that. Now, my character can use all types of armor and shields. She's got this disguise kit and a musical instrument, and she could use simple and martial weapons. Now, I want to add these two things to my inventory because they are something that is in addition to the normal things that I would be getting from my class and my background. So I'm going to open up the items tab. The first thing I want to add is I'm going to add some healing potions because I'm going to show you how to um, track your healing potions, your rations, your water skin, and your torches. So, healing. I'm going to drag over two of them. I'm just going to type two here. And then I wanted to get an instrument. I'm going to give her a lyre. This is the instrument she's going to play. And then she's also got the disguise kit. So DIS. And remember, I wanted to keep everything in the player's handbook. So disguise kit. Okay. So this is what we've got so far. We're on our inventory tab. And what I'm doing is I'm using Rob Tui's module that is called Background Class and Equipment Bundles. And they involve using parcels. So I open the parcels tab, and all you do is you look at what you've got here for background, which it says Gladiator. So I'm going to go down this list, and where it says Gladiator, I'm going to take this and drag it. It's going to give me everything that I get available to me for that background. The second part of this would be my class, which we know is a fighter. So I'm going to give myself starting equipment for the fighter. Okay. Yeah, they do have torches. They have healing potions, water skin, and my rations. Okay. So we're going to organize our backpack here. So I deleted where it said empty. I went all the way back to the K in backpack, and everything that I put in my backpack that is not my weapon or my armor, I'm going to put a location on here for like this clothes here, these costume clothes, and I'm going to say backpack. I actually only need to type the capital B. And I got a crowbar, and I got my disguise kit, and my hammer. Whoops. I scrolled down. Hammer, lock of hair, lyre, pitons. You know, I could track those too. Potion of healing, pouch, rations, rope, the shield I'm equipped with it, tinderbox, my torches, my water skin, and I don't know why I have a bee down here. Oh, because it was part of the battle axe. As you can see, what it did was all the things that I put, that is not supposed to be a bee there. I don't know. I somehow added that on accident. So you can see everything that is in the backpack is indented here. And all these things are in the backpack. Was there anything else that I wanted to put in there? Nope. And you can, if you look here at this little sack, that means this is something that's carried. If you look at something that has the shirt, that means it's equipped. You want to make sure that your weapons and your armor and your shield are all equipped. So I'm going to also add a crossbow case. So items, case, and here's my crossbow case for my crossbow bolts. And I'm going to put my bolts in the case. So I'm going to say crossbow bolts. No, case. It goes in the case. Shelly. Case. There. So now my crossbow bolts are in my case. Okay. So we have all our inventory. And the next tab we have is our notes tab. And to get your personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws, you go back to your background, which is Gladiator, and go back to the notes. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see it has some tables here that I can roll my personality traits. I'm going to delete that so that I can see better, because I'm just going to take what it gives me. You can pick anything from this list, or you can type anything that you want in here, but I'm just going to make my character just a random rolled character. Pretty much this whole tab is for role playing. This is how you're going to play your character. I know a story relevant to almost every situation. Okay, that's her personality. And what is her ideal? Honesty. Okay, well, I like her. She's an honest person. That's nice. Ideals. And bonds. What is her bond? I would do anything for other members of my old troop. Okay, let's put that in bonds. And the final thing is the flaw. Let's see what's wrong with her. It says, I once satirized a noble who still wants my head. It was a mistake that I will likely repeat. Okay, that's her flaw. And if you were doing, when you're doing this on your own, you would put your gender, your age, your weight and height, and your alignment and your deity. You would put in your appearance here. And down where it says notes, you would put in your backstory, how you came to be the gladiator that you are today. Okay, next tab is log. This is for if you're doing Adventures League, which we're not doing, so I'm not going to fill anything in here. And the final tab is your actions tab. This is where you're going to put in all of your things that you use in combat, like my battle axe and my crossbow. And the crossbow has 20 crossbow bolts, so I'm going to put 20 here. And you can see that it filled in the little dots here. So basically when you shoot something, it's going to check off one. Oh, and I missed. I missed and I lost an arrow. I'm taking it back. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to make some different sections because there are several different things that I want to track. I'm going to make another oh, that's another. Okay. First of all, let's make our standard actions. And this one can be my consumables. And then I'm going to make another one for my racial traits. And then I'm going to make one final one for my class traits. Now, if you're wondering where I'm going to get this information, you could do it manually, but what I'm doing is I'm using Rob Tui's modules here, and I'm using the spells. 5 effects coding spells. This is what I'm using to get all this stuff. Even though these things are not all spells, they are listed under spells. So what we want to do first, I'll do the standard actions first. You can see they're actually right here. I have dodge. I have help. I have hide. And I have ready. Okay. And I'm going to click on the hourglass so that each of these only takes up one line. And then the extra header, this space here that was a blank space, I'm going to delete this line. Okay, now let's go back here. And the next thing I'm going to do is, let's do our class traits. Now, class traits are these things up here. The action surge is part of the class trait. So I'm going to drag, wait a minute. Yeah, I'll drag it from here. Well, you know what? I'm going to drag it from here because this includes his coding. And if you see these little things like this R and this S and this 150 and this S here, the 60, these are the range. And this R means this is a reaction. This S means self. T means touch. 10 means 10 feet. They all have different things on them. RIT is a ritual. And C means this is a concentration spell that you put on yourself. So anyway, the way that we're going to do this is we're going to use source. We're going to put fighter because we're doing our class features first. So we put fighter and we see we have action surge, and actually there is no code there, but like oh yeah, we've got fighting style too. I forgot that. Fighting style. Where the heck? How come I don't see that? There it is, fighting style. I never picked it out. We do have to do fighting style. And I'm going to use defense because it's simple. You just get +1 bonus to your AC if you're wearing armor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the first page, and under AC, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to add under armor, I'm going to add miscellaneous, I'm going to add 1. And this will give me a +1 while I'm wearing armor. Now, I don't plan on taking my armor off unless I'm sleeping. And then that won't be important, but it would have to be adjusted. So we're using the defense fighting style. When you pick a fighting style, you should write it on your sheet here. So under fighting style, I'm going to put parentheses and I'm going to say defense. That way, if the DM has to look at my sheet, he or she will know which fighting style I picked. Okay, so let's do that. Let me go back to the actions tab. Now we had action surge right here. We're going to grab it and pull it over because it's a class trait. And we're going to put second wind over here. Now you see it has a B. B means a bonus action. So you can take second wind as your bonus action, which is cool to have. And weapon bond, I believe that's a higher level. Oh no, it is 3rd level. Magical bond. Okay. Once you have been bonded to a weapon to yourself, you can't be disarmed unless you are incapacitated. That is pretty cool. This is a feature. I'm going to drag this over to my class traits also. Now I'm going to delete the empty space right here, and I'm going to click, click, and that's going to stay like that. And I'm going to close it, and I've got my traits here. Now I've took second wind, improved critical. Whoops. You choose this. Archetype. Oh yeah, champion. I took champion. Oh, that's another thing that I want to remark here. It's already here. Champion that I picked. Champion archetype. And it says improve critical. I'm guessing maybe that might not be something that's coded. Doesn't look like it is. I'm going to get out of fighter for a second here and see if there's improved critical. I don't think there is. No, I don't see it. Okay. So what is this? It just says that your weapon attacks score critical on 19 or 20. Now that is something that can be coded. I don't know how to code it. So I'm not going to try and tell you something that I don't know. But if you do your fighter and you get in a game and you decide you wanted to pick that archetype and you want to know how to code this, your DM probably can help you code it. Now these were my racial traits. Did I do weapon bond? Yes, I did. And relentless endurance. That was because of my race. Whoops. Okay. Just leave that there. Okay, I'm going to go back to fighter since I only took it off because I was looking for something that wasn't there. Go back to fighter. And I don't believe that they get any spells because I didn't take the thing that was that there's a fighter class that gets spells, but I don't take it. Eldritch Knight. It's the Eldritch Knight. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, since we have our class traits, we are going to do our racial traits. And to do that, we're going to have to switch this from fighter to half-orc. Now I'll have my Relentless Endurance. I'm going to drag that over here. And I'm going to delete the empty space or the blank space and close that. Now I need to, in consumables, I'm going to have more lines here because I want to do the torches, and I wanted to do the healing potions, and I wanted to do water skin, and I wanted to do, what was the other thing? I had to look at my inventory. It was, I have rations, right? I know it was the other one that I added was the pitons. Rations and torches and healing potions. Rations. Oh, rations. There we go. Rations. And then the final one we're going to do is the pitons. Pitons. Okay. Now, we want to actually give the healing potion a action here so that we're telling it, uh-oh, I put it on the wrong one. Dang it. Let me delete that. Well, looks like I had to delete the wrong one. Pretend I didn't do that. Okay. We want to right click on healing potions and add an action and add. Now, why did it? It went down to pitons again. I don't know why it did that. You know what? I'm just going to type in healing potions here and I'm going to type pitons up here. I'm not sure why it went down. Okay, so we want to give it some functionality. We want to tell it how much you get when you heal someone, and when you do heal someone, you're going to want to click this hourglass. This is the hourglass on this line, not the hourglass on the top line. When you do that, you get your spell ability heal. And I can tell you right now that healing potions do 2d4 plus 2. Let me erase that again. 2d4. To add my functionality, I'm going to left click to grab my d4 dice. I'm going to right click one time so that I have 2 dice now, and I'm going to drag it onto this spell ability heal tab. Now you can see it has 2d4, but we want it to be 2d4 plus 2, so we're going to add the 2 in the bonus line. And then we can close this, and we have a properly coded healing potion now. If you were to heal somebody with it, you would drag it over to their character, and you would get your heal like so. Okay, so that's just an example. And now how do we track these items? We need to tell it how many items we have of each thing. To do that, you're going to go to the edit, and where it says standard, we're going to change this to preparation. And let's see, fighter surge. Action surge resets on a short rest, so that's correct. There's nothing we need to do there. The second wind resets on a long rest, so you get that daily. We're just going to leave that like that. And we're going to leave the weapon bond like it is. But what we're going to do is in healing potions, we need to make all of these items, because they're consumables, they're all not daily, they're not on short rest, they are once. All these little buttons have to say once. So I'm going to change them all to once. And then for healing potions, we had 2, so let's type 2 there. For pitons, we had 10, so we're going to type 10 there. For rations, we had 10. Type 10 there. And for torches, we have 10. And for water skin, we have 1. Okay, now you want to get out of preparation mode. You want to go to combat mode. You want to change display to actions. Now you can see in your consumables, it's telling you you have 2 healing potions. You have 10 pitons, 10 rations, 10 torches, and 1 water skin. And when you use them up, you would check one off. When you use a piton, you check it off. And you can see if Latrice was on the combat tracker, at the beginning of the game, she's going to want to, oh, that's Relentless. No, that's a Relentless Endurance. I thought she had some kind of a trait. Let's see, Savage Attacks. Okay, that was the one that I said you need to ask your DM. This is the, yeah, Relentless Endurance. I thought she had some kind of a trait, but she doesn't. If you had one, it would be like, if you were doing a help and you clicked, it goes on the, well, it's supposed to go on the, well, I guess it's not gonna, it's because I'm showing you, it's giving me a problem. This is if you were playing the game and you wanted to help someone, and you would drag over the help to your sheet and it would display on here. And as you can see on here, I have it down twice because I clicked it twice. Yeah, why? Oh, yeah. No, I didn't click it twice. Why does it say? Oh, I guess it just says that you have advantage on checks. Okay, so we're fine there. And that's how you would change something. If you had added something to your sheet that you didn't mean to, as long as you're the one that put it on yourself, you can take it off by clicking the delete item twice and it would take it off the sheet like that. Okay, so we have our inventory done. We have our traits and we have all of our actions coded here. And I think that's it. I hope that you enjoyed my character creation, and I hope you will continue to watch other videos that I do, and hopefully the druid will be coming next. I thank you for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.